On December 18 at Whitman Air Force Base in Missouri, weapons specialists watch as a mock-up of the Massive Ordnance Penetrator rests in the bomb bay of the B-2 weapons load trainer. The MOP measures around 20.5 feet in length, has a 31.5-inch diameter, and weighs just under 30,000 pounds altogether. More than 5,300 pounds of explosives will be carried by the weapon, which will have an explosive force that is more than 10 times greater than that of the BLU-109. It is intended to go down to a depth of 200 feet before exploding. Russian President Vladimir Putin met with senior defense and other government officials and representatives of Russia's defense companies to discuss modernizing the nation's nuclear command and control infrastructure. The Kremlin has issued an unusual transcript of the discussion. Among other things, Putin revealed that the construction of a new reinforced strategic command center, potentially an underground bunker buried deep beneath the earth, is almost finished. In 2020, Putin convened the meeting in Sochi. On November 11, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Russian Army General Valery Gerasimov, the head of the military's general staff, were in attendance. The Russian president had earlier declared that he would only consent to a nuclear strike in reprisal for one against Russia during a meeting on the country's general atomic deterrent policy. This clear declaration of a no first-use policy is at odds with earlier official declarations from recent years. The stability, effectiveness, and dependability of these systems in all circumstances directly determine the combat capability of the nuclear triad and the ability of the Army and Navy as a whole to adequately and quickly respond to potential military challenges, Putin said at the meeting on November 11. I would want to emphasize that much has been done in the past few years to keep all the command elements of our strategic nuclear forces at the highest level, the speaker said. Improvements to several fixed and mobile command stations in use all around the nation were noted by the Russian president. He added that all command posts can receive comprehensive updates in real time and use them to assess the situation and make substantiated decisions, stating that analytical and operational capabilities have been expanded, including information support, monitoring, and situation analysis. All equipment, hardware, and communication systems of the control of the nuclear forces systems are regularly upgraded yet remain as simple and dependable as a Kalashnikov rifle, he added, alluding to Mikhail Kalashnikov's venerable AK-47 assault rifle and its subsequent variations and derivatives, which are renowned for their dependability under the most trying circumstances. Putin, however, specified other actions he believed should be taken to guarantee that Russia's nuclear command and control system is preserved, even in the case of a nuclear strike, assuring that the nation can launch a retaliation strike if necessary. Deterrence theory is fundamentally based on the idea that this kind of the second strike is always possible, even following a surprise attack. The Russian president emphasized three important topics in particular. One was the requirement for ongoing regular exercises and other events to ensure that command and control systems are functioning as intended, and that the individuals entrusted with running them are aware of how to do so. Putin also urged actions to update the nation's nuclear command and control system. He also underlined the necessity to protect the nation's nuclear command and control system. We are conscious that a lot depends on how long these systems can survive and continue to function in a battle situation, he said. They have informed me that a facility being built to control strategic nuclear forces, among other things, is almost finished and will have a very high safety margin. These remarks raise the question of whether Putin was referring to a brand new facility or the renovation, enhancement, and/or enlargement of an existing one. His comments on the necessity to defend the whole command and control infrastructure from threats of any kind, including a nuclear strike, clearly suggests that the location he is referring to is some sort of deeply buried subterranean bunker. Both the site at Kosvinsky Kamen in the northern Ural Mountains and the site beneath Mount Yamento in the southern Ural Mountains are known to exist in Russia and fit this broad description. According to reports, the location's construction started in the late 1970s. It's important to remember that no building on Earth is completely impervious to attacks from modern nuclear weapons, but deeply buried structures provide arguably the best resistance. As a result, during the Cold War, the Soviet Union and the United States, among others, both made significant investments in such bunker complexes, as you can watch more about in this previous Warzone piece. The Kostinsky Cayman is probably the better known of the two due to its connection to perimeter, a semi-automated nuclear command and control system that was first created under the Soviet Union. At least some portions of Kostinsky Cayman are thought to be buried beneath about 1,000 feet of solid granite. This system has long been referred to be a dead-hand doomsday device that could fire Russian nuclear-tipped intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBM, in retaliation for an attack, much like the fictional device in Stanley Kubrick's classic Cold War black comedy film Dr. Strangelove. Recent reports have revealed that genuine people were still actively involved in running perimeter and controlling its key components from within the Kostinsky Cayman complex. These people could be pre-authorized in a crisis to launch nuclear strikes if specific circumstances were satisfied. Despite this, sources suggest that the main perimeter bunker was similar to a villain's lair from a James Bond film. With this, we conclude our video. We appreciate you helping us keep it going by watching. The best way to support our channel is to watch another episode. Thank you for tuning in. To ensure that you never miss an episode, please subscribe to the channel